What's up, everyone? Go ahead and hit that like button because we're back with the vlogs. Our videographer Eastman moved here this weekend, so like 4 days ago. So we're going to be pumping out that YouTube content now. But I want to go ahead and start with a little question from the Q&A because we're driving to Pensacola. For people that didn't know, I got rid of my truck like a year ago today. I got this Jeep. Probably like 3 months of having the Jeep, I found the spot on the top where there's like some paint missing. We went back and forth with Jeep about whether they were going to fix it because I didn't find it when I bought it. And I was like, it was on the top. Like, how was I supposed to see that? Jeep finally agreed that they would fix it. So I have to take it back to Pensacola where I got it from, which is like 2 hours from me. Give the Jeep to them for 2 weeks and they're giving me a loaner car. So fingers crossed we get something ballin'. The first question I had asked on Instagram was, am I doing another 30-day challenge? If you didn't know, I did 30 days of running, which we'll link the video to that. Did 30 days of CrossFit with Aubrie. Aubrie and I are gonna do 30 days of cold plunging, but we're waiting on my cold plunge to get in, and I think it'll be here this week. So hopefully in the next week or so, we'll start this 30 days of cold plunging. Another question that I got asked at, Eastman and I were just talking about that, I wanted to jump on and just talk about is a couple people have asked, like, how do you balance everything that you do, between the businesses, family life, like all that stuff. And the truth is, like, you make time for the things that are important to you. And then, a lot about balance is really like getting rid of things in your life that aren't serving whatever the purpose is that you're trying to do. So, is it better to watch an hour of Netflix at night, or is it better to work for an hour on the project? That really is a dependent question. Sometimes you need that hour of Netflix to decompress, get your creative energy, rest. Sometimes you're just doing it out of a crutch and you really just need to be working on your project. So it's really up to you to answer those questions. But the truth is, we all have the same amount of time in a day. I realize that some people financially have ways to free up time, pay for meal prep services, pay for someone to clean their house or whatever it is. But you have to just prioritize like what's important to you, what can you outsource, whether that's cleaning or food, and then what you focus your time on that gives you the best return on your investment, whether that's via happiness or money. Also, I want to go ahead and apologize for how my voice sounds. I'm still getting over like a sickness. I think it turned into like bronchitis. I had to go to the doctor and get all like 3 different medications, and it's been 4 days of taking that, and I'm finally starting to sound normal again. Someone asked like what our parenting styles were, and then someone said, what's some advice for first-time parents? And I think that, parenting has taught me a lot more about myself than anything else I've ever done in my life. Guess we're kind of like gentle parenting, but we set a lot more firm boundaries, I feel like, than I see a lot of gentle parents do. The truth is, a lot of times your kids are just like learning how to regulate their own emotions, and most adults can't even regulate their emotions properly. So how do you expect a toddler to be able to regulate their emotions? So it's a lot of just patience and understanding and realizing that you're trying to help this child become this great person, down the way, and you realize holes that you have in your own life, and you want to fix those issues before they come up, and just realize you're not going to be perfect. I mean, if we all have parental trauma from our parents, then your kids, no matter how perfect you are probably going to have some kind of parental trauma from you. The truth is, we all have trauma in some sort of fashion that we all have to get over, and that's just part of your journey in life. Your job is just to try to love your kids, give them as good of a life as you can, in my opinion. So that's how Aubrie and I raise and parent Letty. She's a very happy kid because we're trying to be happy in front of her. Not fake, but Aubrie and I like don't argue in front of each other. We'll always, if we start to get into an argument, we'll be like, hey, we need to save this for another time because we want to do it in front of Letty. Just stuff like that. You don't need to put everything in front of your kids' eyes. But then I think it's a normal thing to discuss that with them later when they can understand, like, hey, when you disagree with someone, you get into arguments, you talk it out, like whatever it is. So I don't know. Parenting is weird. Everyone will tell you how to parent, and at the end of the day, you just got to parent the way that's best for you. So bright. How you doing? Good. Can I show you that other thing too, though? It seemed like something occurred back there. So it's like something happened with this situation, you know? Is it the building back there? Is it this body shop? Okay, body shop, okay. Can you see that? All right. That's the spot. Up there. Right. I know I've had the car for like a month, but like I don't see up there. And my guy that was detailing the car was like, "Hey man, you have a spot right here." I don't know what my loaner car is. You know, deep down inside, I'm like, I hope it's a ballin' vehicle because my Jeep is pretty cool. But the thing that sucks is like, no matter how cool it is, it's just still not the same as like having your car, you know? It's like when you stay in an Airbnb for 2 weeks, it's still not your house, so you don't get like settled in. Probably won't know how to use like half the features of the vehicle, but I don't know. Now I'm like, what am I gonna get? Maybe I should clickbait this video. My new car for 2 weeks that I get back. All that stuff, you know. So, okay, sweet. No heads-up display. Mine's cooler. Well, the truth is, like, you spend a lot of money on a new car. Like, it's pretty inconvenient to have to drive it 2 hours to get it fixed when it wasn't even your issue.
Hey, buddy, what's up?
I just picked up the car, and I've got about 2 hours to get back.
Okay, cool.
So, someone asked like what the most important mindset piece for entrepreneurs is. Adam and I have a podcast, so I'll link it, like some card up here or whatever. We talked about this on the podcast, and I guess the best way to like sum it up is like resiliency. You're gonna get knocked down. Plans are not gonna go the way that you imagine them. Things are maybe more difficult. They may be easier, but you just have to be resilient and you have to keep going. A lot of people either quit before they've made through the breakthrough, or they just they give up on things like way too early. No one's there to save you. It's like it's on you to figure it out. And that's a beautiful thing and the negative thing about entrepreneurship. And then you gotta remember, like in the terrible, terrible times, like it's all temporary. This too will pass. And then you gotta remember in the good times, like that's temporary too. I think you look at any successful business and it's easy to look at certain people and be like, oh, they've got it made, like this is so easy for them now. But I can guarantee you there's struggles behind the scenes of things. So this is a day in the life video, but this is not a typical day in the life. Normally I would not wake up at 5:30 in the morning to drive 2 hours and 15 minutes to Pensacola, obviously. Normally, Aubrie and I both get up around 6 o'clock in the morning because that's when Letty wakes us up. Aubrie usually goes out to the couch, has her coffee, and hangs out with Letty, and then I stick around in the room and do my Bible study, like make the bed, that kind of stuff. About 6:30, I come out, I take Miley out to the bathroom, and Letty likes to go with me. That way Aubrie can go and start getting ready, and then I'll make breakfast, and then we'll go to the gym about 7:45 if we're doing CrossFit together, and we'll work out from 8 to 9. And Letty comes with us now, and she just stays in the kids' room and eats her breakfast and plays on her iPad or whatever. And then we drop Letty off at school when we're done with that at like 9:15 or so. And then we get into the office and we start with our day of like working. Then it's just like whatever's occurring that day, meetings or helping with production or, you know, all that kind of jazz. So the morning wasn't the same, but you're gonna get the rest of the day similar to like what our day would be like in a regular day in the life. Okay. One of my favorite things from Chick-fil-A is from their breakfast menu. They do a spicy chicken nugget burrito, and it has like eggs and hash browns in it, and it's really, really good. Eastman dropped the SD card and he couldn't find it, so we had to pull over to get it, and I was like, oh, Chick-fil-A is right here, so let's just pull on over into that drive-thru. So that's what we did. Getting that Lord's chicken. Starting the Monday off right. We are almost back. It is 10:47 and I have an 11 o'clock meeting, so pretty much unload the car, get up to my office, jump into meetings. Maybe I'll like run today, I don't know. I haven't been working out much because of my sickness, so I feel like I need to do something. Maybe I'll just sit in the sauna. Supposedly that's like working out, so.
Guys, this is what we do day in and
How do
day
you know when
out.
you're ready to have a baby?
How do you know? You don't know that you'll never be ready to have a baby. You may want a baby, but you will never be ready to have a baby. Like, you just won't. You won't. You never know what you're going to get when you have a baby. So that, therefore,
Yeah.
you know, like your baby could sleep a lot. They could not sleep. They could be colicky. You'll never know.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be prepared. And that's probably better. It's better that way. You just roll with the punches.
Today has been a pretty stressful day. And I know, like, from the other side of that, you're going to be like, Brad, you literally drove to Pensacola, came back. Like, why is it so stressful? It's like we had meetings. We had a plan for this afternoon. The plan fell apart.
Yeah, it's probably just like...
Our pets' heads are falling off,
Yeah.
as Max likes to say.
Do you know what that's from?
Yeah.
Our pets' heads are falling off!
Brad doesn't like to watch movies over and over, so...
Yeah.
However, I've seen Dumb and Dumber like at least 20 times. We thought the day was going to go one way, and now it's unfolding to be a storm.
I mean, that's typical, though, for, like, that's what constant theme of entrepreneurship is that maybe it's like having a baby. You just never know what you're going to get, and you're never ready for it. So I didn't get to go to the gym this morning. Because of the change in schedule, they have to clean up the kitchen downstairs. So I'm just going to go to the gym. I need to probably work out. It's, you know, after the Disney trip, then I went to Chicago and Salt Lake. Like, I didn't get to work out at all pretty much. And then I came back and got sick. And so I haven't been to the gym as much as I want to be. So I need to go work out because I'm struggling mentally, and it's something that is good for my mental health. So I'm going to go work out, and then I have a meeting at 4:30. So I have about an hour and 45 minutes to like work out, get cleaned up, and go to that meeting. So comment down below what you want to see more of, since we'll be doing vlogs more often. I joked about doing daily vlogs, but I think it would kill Eastman, truthfully. I just went to the gym for a little bit, picked up Letty on my way back. I have an interview in like 4 minutes, and then after the interview, I'm gonna jump in the sauna for a little bit. I'll probably shower, and then I will have some more work emails to do. So I'm hoping to be done working at like 6. So it's like a 6 to 6 day for me. But yeah, that's pretty much the day in the life. I know that the wheels kind of fell off near the mid/end of the day, but that's pretty typical of stuff here. I think like when you're growing a business and things are constantly changing and new people are coming in, new processes are being created, new equipment's being run, you just have to be more flexible. God's definitely teaching me patience. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know, is there anything else you want to add?
Nope.
Letty, you want to come say bye?
No.
You don't want to say you're worth it? You gotta say you're worth it.
You're worth it.
You got a point.
You're worth it.
There you go. So yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe. You're worth it.